Fucking Sage, you sound like fucking Charlie Brown over there. Fucking, oh brother, every fucking stream, I guess. Oh brother, another stream looking at this stupid dumb shield. Well, I mean, I've tried to contact the high ups at YouTube, and they just, quite frankly, they're they're being pompous. They just won't listen to me, you know. So they're being extremely truculent. I can't get through to them. I was actually reading some NBA news here. It looks like the Utah Jazz are getting fined $500,000 for what they say is conduct detrimental to the league. Apparently, they're overtly trying to tank with their roster management, and any further violations will lead to, I don't know, more money being taken from them. So, not necessarily the worst news in the world. They probably should be cracking down on that, but there's been other years where teams have done this shit, so I don't really understand why they're striking down on Utah. Maybe they don't like Utah, so yeah, I'm not really sure. We already know that the Dallas Cowboys are going to obviously franchise tag George Pickens. Looks like they might be willing to trade him though as well. Looks like Kenneth Walker might get franchise tagged or transition tagged to stay with the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know. This is kind of funny news. Derek Carr is saying he would return if he has a chance to win a Super Bowl. I don't think he'd necessarily be... I mean, it would have to be a loaded roster and probably something like... I don't know. Loaded roster and some sort of top quarterback going down for that to happen, in my opinion. But that's it. That's your NFL news for today. We do have a little bit of Major League Baseball to go over. That's the bulk of our news these days, it seems. What we missed to cover yesterday was Chris Bassitt signing a one-year deal to move from the Toronto Blue Jays to the Baltimore Orioles. I almost said Oakland Orioles, which would have been just terrible. His stuff has definitely, diminished a bit last year. But he's put up... The fuck is that, a snowplow? Sorry, I just got scared. I saw lights behind me. Apparently it's just a snowplow going by real slow. I thought, I was going to be under duress here. I thought, the Soviets had broke in to the country, so I do apologize there. Anyways, Chris Bassitt, he's not going to be in upper echelon arm for the Orioles, but does give them stability. For the Blue Jays, he went 3.60, 4.16, and 3.96 for his ERA. So my guess is he will be in the low fours with Baltimore. He's not going to come close to his 3.64 career ERA. That's for damn sure. But that does give the Orioles a pretty solid rotation. They've now got Kyle Bradish, Trevor Rogers, Shane Baz. They've also got Dean Kramer or Zach Eflin, Cade Povich, and it also pushes Tyler Wells, I guess, into a bullpen role. So Orioles scare me this year. I'm not gonna lie, because you could argue they've got the best offensive roster in the American League. You could certainly argue that. Now I'm not sure they've done enough to patch up the bullpen, but I think pitching wise, they're going to be a hell of a lot better than last year. Now, I would feel a lot better about them if they were able to land Framber Valdez, but unfortunately for them, they were not. But I don't know. I feel like the Orioles, the Yankees just kind of stayed pat and didn't really do a whole lot to get better. In fact, I think they lost more than they gained. Boston definitely did add, except huge loss in Alex Bregman. So I would say that the Orioles definitely have a chance to leapfrog anyone in that division. Wouldn't surprise me if they're the AL East champions this year. So I like seeing them good, but hopefully they don't take the Jays spots. My only concern there. Only other news, we only have small news from here on out, so I do apologize. I can only break what's actually happening. So if you have a problem with it, go fuck yourself. The Padres signed Jose Urquidy to a 1 year, $1.5 million contract. Um, Looks like he had Tommy John surgery, returned late last season. Um, and it's the Pirates that signed him. So it gives him a chance to win a rotation spot. It looks like he has not been effective, though, for quite a while. That's the only thing. Um, most of his body of work is between 2019 and 2023. He does have a career 4 ERA, though, so good back of the rotation option, I would say for sure. The Twins picked up a guy that's kind of interesting from the LA Dodgers, Anthony Banda, who, I don't know, was DFA'd the other day. The Dodgers traded him for international bonus pool money. I think this is a good pickup for the Twins. I mean, either the Twins are competing in the lowly AL Central, or they're not. If they're not, well, then guess what's going to happen? They're going to flip them. They're going to, get a prospect or two, that sort of thing. So never a bad pickup for those guys. Although, you kind of don't want to be throwing your international money away if you're not going to get much back if you do flip them. That's the only thing. Philadelphia Phillies have finally let go of Nick Castellanos. It's pretty much they're paying him like $20 million not to be on the team, which is pretty crazy. You kind of look at him, and I mean, for his career, great hitter, obviously, a 785 OPS, and, good average, 272. But if you kind of look at what he's been since he turned 30, inconsistent to say the least, and 2 years that are just awful. So you got a 2022 season where he hit a 694 OPS, 96 OPS plus, so that's a below average hitter in general, and he's an outfielder that can't really play defense, so that's a problem right there. But then the year after, bounced back, had 29 home runs, a 788 OPS, so pretty good year. Then 2024, 742 OPS with 23 home runs, so not terrible. But then this past season, a 694 OPS again with 17 home runs. So really kind of crazy to think about, when a player's declining right at the age of 30 the way that he has. He'll latch on somewhere, though. The only thing that kind of sucks is he does not have any defense whatsoever. I don't know whether or not he hits better, like way better against lefties than righties. I'd say for his career, he's probably pretty damn good against both, but I can quickly check the splits there. That's not a problem. I feel like we'll go career first, and then we'll just check the last couple years. Just, all right, against righties, 762 OPS career, against lefties 853. Now, he's played for a damn long time, so not really going to trust those splits. So let's just check 2025. 2025, pretty even, 680 versus 701. So not really buying the bullshit that he's selling me. Probably just a good guy to pass on. But again, you're not going to have to pay anything for him, so worst case, you get a guy that has a bit of power in the bat, 250 career home runs, and you can, plug him somewhere. I don't know. Plug him as a DH, plug him as a fourth outfielder, or if you're in real dire need of a fucking outfielder, then start him. But, I mean, I wish we had more to go over. The only thing I know is Sage. I needed clarification. So Diablo 2 has released an expansion. Is that playable right now, the expansion? Indeed it is. Okay. Might be an interesting thing to stream. I'm not a huge Diablo fan, per se. I'll play if other people play. But I'm not going to play by myself. Because I'm not that. I just don't want to play by myself. But if you guys want to play, I'll fire up some streams. Not tonight, but over the course of the next week or two if you guys want, and we can get some Diablo 2 on the go. Also, Sage, I would like for you to look through my Steam library whenever you get a chance and just write down games that would be worth streaming as well. We already talked about Red Dead Redemption, but anything that you think would be worth doing, because it's just slowing down to the point of, like, you know what I mean? This is a stream that has literally gone, what, like 15 minutes maybe? And 2 of it was a fucking 2-minute warning. And literally a lot of it was stretched out by me rambling about snowplows and shit, right? So, Sage, I've given you a homework assignment. I expect for you to have a name of at least 10 to 25 video games from my library that we should play, other than Diablo. Give me a top 10. Give me a top 10. We do have Sage yelling at me and telling me to wait. What art thou wait for? Hurry up, Sage. A man can only wait for so long. We got someone on Twitter attacking me? Is that what we're waiting for? Sage was doing a boss. Okay. Checking something now. Okay, so we've got a delay of game happening here. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. All Dark Souls are 50% off, Sage. When does the sale go? When does it go off sale? I think I would hate Dark Souls. I think you know this. I'll ask Nathan if he thinks I would like Dark Souls. Is it a controller game, too? That's the next question. Is it a controller game? Sage says he has played the game on a controller. Well, that kind of changes everything, then. Perhaps I will give it a gander. But check the Steam library, Sage. Come with a top 10. That's all I ask for our next stream, okay? Alright, Sage is trying to see when the sale is over. He's taking his damn time here. February 27th, so I got 2 weeks to think about this little bitch. I will not be getting The Sims 4. That's not going to happen. Alright, we're going to call it there. We're out of here. Sage, do your homework, and have a good night, guys.